Hi everyone, AZY-G for Life here, and this is a video talking about Lee Chaolan Silver Tail. It's full crouch down forward 4. So Silver Tail has an additional active frame and can be spaced in such a way that you can actually end up being minus 13 on block rather than minus 14. And this is very useful, against matchups like Jin, for example, or Devil Jin now with his buffed 14 frame while standing 2. It's something to be aware of. For anyone who is new to Silver Tail or who is still trying to warm up to using this move, if you as the lead player space this move to connect at super tip range, it will be difficult for a handful of matchups to punish or have the confidence to punish based on the knowledge of the situation. So with that, let's actually go through all the matchups that can deal with punishing Lee Chaolan Silver Tail at max range. So starting with Alisa, her while standing 1-2 will always reach. Asuka's while standing 2-1 will also reach as well. Azucena's while standing 1 and her while standing 4-1 always reach. Now for Bryan Fury specifically, his while standing 3 actually whiffs at max tip range if Lee does not transition to hitman stance. However, Bryan Fury is blessed with his full crouch down forward 2-1, which will always reach. Now, for Claudio specifically, his while standing 4 whiffs at max tip range. Also as well, his while standing 1-1 and while standing 1-2 will whiff if he blocks Silver Tail at max tip range. Now, for Devil Jin, his while standing 1-2 will always reach. However, his while standing 4-4 will whiff at max tip range. Now, Dragunov is a character that is blessed with 2 options that will always reach Silver Tail. His while standing 4 and his while standing 1+2 will always reach. Do note, however, that if you do go for his while standing 1-2, it will whiff at tip range. Moving along to Feng, his while standing 1-4 will always reach. Now for Hwoarang, interestingly, his while standing 4-4 whiffs at tip range only if Lee transitions to hitman stance. His newly added while standing 1-4 will whiff at tip range if there is no hitman stance transition. Now, for all the Jacket mains out there, do note that his crouch throw will connect if Lee Chaolan does not transition to hitman stance. The reason being, of course, is that Silver Tail recovers in crouch. However, with the hitman transition, Lee is regarded as being in a standing state. Fortunately, however, Jacket's full crouch down 2 has the range to cover all situations. Now, moving along to Jin Kazama, his while standing 1 series will cover all situations. So his while standing 1-2 and his while standing 1 Growler combo. Do note, however, that Jin's while standing 4-4 will whiff at super tip range of Silver Tail, including the hitman stance transition. Now moving along to Jun Kazama, her full crouch down forward 1 whiffs if Lee transitions to hitman stance at tip range. Her up forward 1 also whiffs on both sets. Her while standing 1-1 only hits if Lee transitions to hitman stance at tip range. Fortunately, however, her while standing 2-1 covers all ranges. Now moving on to Kazuya. Now moving on to King. So his crouch throw will only connect if Lee does not transition to hitman stance. And for the bears, Kuma and Panda, their while standing 4 covers all ranges alongside their while standing 1-2. Now for Lars, his while standing 2-1 will cover all ranges, and I suppose you could add in his while standing 2-3 with that. Do note, however, that his while standing 4 will whiff at super tip range. Now for martial law, his while standing 1-2 will cover all ranges. Now for Leo, while standing +4, 1+2 covers all ranges. While standing 1+2 also covers all ranges. Do note, however, that up forward 1+2 will only catch hitman stance transition. Now for Leroy, his while standing 1-4 covers all ranges. For Lili, her while standing 4 covers all ranges. Now for Nina, notably, her while standing 1+2 covers all ranges. Do note that her while standing 4 whiffs at super tip range. Interestingly, while standing 3 will whiff on tip range only if Lee transitions to hitman stance. Now for Paul Phoenix, his while standing 3-2 will cover all ranges. For Raven, his while standing 4 will whiff at super tip range. His while standing 2 will whiff at super tip range. Now, Reina is a particularly interesting one. Now for Shaheen, his while standing +3-3 covers all ranges. Now for Steve Fox, Steve actually doesn't have an option that will cover all ranges at super tip range if he transitions to hitman stance. For his while standing 2-2, it will whiff at tip range if Lee transitions to hitman stance. Otherwise, there are situations where while standing 2 for Steve Fox can be blocked at the 14th frame. And this is because Steve's while standing 2 has an additional active frame, and this is more so based on the horizontal distance. So if you block Steve's while standing 2 at max range, you will actually be blocking it from its 14th frame rather than the 13th frame. Alright, so for Victor, his up forward 1-1, which can be done from crouch, will cover all ranges, so Victor mains will not need to worry about Silver Tail punishments. Do note that his while standing 4 will whiff at max tip range. Now for Ling Xiaoyu, her while standing 1-4 unfortunately will whiff at max tip range. And for Yoshimitsu, he has an option that covers all, that being his while standing plus 1-2. Now fortunately for Zafina, Zafina is blessed with a very good while standing 4 which will cover all ranges. Now, for the Eddy mains out there, you might be familiar with your 13th frame while standing 1-3 or while standing 1-4, I believe. Now, this only works if Lee transitions to Hitman stance. Lee Chaolan mains need to make sure that they do not transition to a Hitman because it recovers crouching and your while standing plus 1 will whiff. Eddy does have while standing plus 4-4, which will also cover all ranges of Silver Tail being blocked. And for Lidia, her full crouch down forward 2 covers all ranges. For Heihachi, his while standing plus 1 also covers all ranges. And for Clive, his while standing plus 1-2 covers all ranges. And for Anna Williams, her while standing 3 covers all ranges, and also her while standing plus 1-2 covers all ranges as well. And for Fahkumram, his while standing plus 4 covers all ranges, and his while standing plus 1-2 also covers all ranges. I hope this video helps. I hope you've all learned something from this, and for those of you who aren't quite warmed up to using Silver Tail, I hope this video gives you a bit of insight, some food for thought and inspiration to try and use Silver Tail a bit more and try to, you know, be a bit more conscious on spacing Silver Tail. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and any additional notes or corrections will of course be added to the video description. And if there's any changes, you know, Armor King is on his way this autumn, and we also have the last DLC character as well. So any changes will be added to the video description. And I mean, should we live long to see season 3, I may do a small recap video on Silver Tail. As for the next Lee Chaolan video, it probably might be geared towards options with Silver Tail on hit, or maybe another Lee Chaolan specific move overview. We'll see. You can let me know again in the comments. But otherwise, you know, take it easy, be good, and see you in the next video.